So the days keep going down and down. We are officially 71 days away from game day. Seeing Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Wnba, everybody hooping. I can't wait for that day. I know y'all can't wait as well. But today we got to talk about what I asked X. I said, Fever fans, what's one improvement you expect to see for this season? And I heard a lot of interesting takes and some takes that left me speechless. One thing I can say is Fever fans is very much basketball educated, and I genuinely just want to say I applaud all the new fans. Like, it's a lot of new fans that are so educated, and y'all sell yourself short. And y'all got, this is y'all flowers right now. Like, y'all doing a great job. It's fans who've been watching for 20 plus years who still don't know a lot of these, terms we use. But anyways, let's get to the comments that we have, all right? So I started it off and said, I want real defense, okay? I want rebounding communication. That sets the precedent for fast break points in transition, and we have a starting 5 depth lineup for transition scoring. So when I say I want real defense, y'all seen how many games last year where the number 1 option, number 2 option come in and just pops off on us. And yes, they are the number 1 and number 2 option for a reason. But the thing you want to do is you want to make life as hard as possible for these kind of players. The A'ja Wilsons. Heck, even Angel Reese came in and dominated us against Nalissa Smith. But now we got Natasha Howard. We got Aaliyah Boston still. We got Sophie Cunningham. We got Wnba. We got length. We got size. We got effort. We got rebounders. We have shooters. We have point of attack defenders. We've upgraded so much. If you told me in October that this will be the roster, I would have been like blown away. I would have been blown away. Like, I cannot even think of a weakness we have right now. I'm genuinely not being biased. I don't know one weakness we have right now. Of course, we got to see the product on the court to make a final, summer, what's that word? Like evolution. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The thing the doctors do. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The word's not coming to me right now. But we got Stavros. Hopefully I'm saying your name right, Stavros. Says finishing at the rim. And he put periods in between everyone. He said finishing at the rim. And if anybody who watched last season, y'all know exactly what Stavros is talking about. Nalissa Smith was very much good at finishing at the rim in transition, but it was a lot of passes being dropped. Heck, even Kelsey Mitchell was dropping passes. Like, it's room for improvement with all of our players. Even Caitlin Clark, she's not exempt from that. Caitlin Clark has to improve. She's improving, though. You see her in the lab. She's putting in the work. I have zero regard. Well, I don't know if I'm using the word. I have zero regard for Caitlin's, non-work ethic side. Like, I know her work ethic is at the top. Natasha Howard, she even spoke about it when she first came in. I know her work ethic is at the top. So I'm not worried about nobody on our roster right now. You could say Christy Wallace, but I genuinely think that we have so much. We're good. Like, we don't have to be greedy. I know it's more we could look at with the draft. We could buy out play. Like, I know. You could never not improve, but we good. I feel like we're gonna finish number 1, number 2 seed. I want to say number 1 seed, but I'm gonna be realistic. Number 1, number 2, because you don't know what Fee and them could do. Because Fee is we can't underestimate Fee. But yeah, that's pretty much the only team I got my eye on. I'm not eyeing the New York Liberty no more. But yeah, I said when people ask how bad was the roster rookie year, I'll show them this tweet. Caitlin Clark was playing with players who couldn't finish at the rim. As a professional basketball player, not being able to finish at the rim is actually nefarious. I don't know how you even get the job without being able to finish at the rim. That goes 1 through 5. Now shooting, there's a whole different conversation. But just finishing at the rim, you learn that since you first pick up a basketball. Your layups, right hand, right leg up, left hand, left leg up, hit the square in the backboard, like right in the middle of it. It's just. And I hope Caitlin Clark's floater game very much consists of hitting the backboard as well, because all floaters, the easiest ones is hitting it off the backboard, especially determining how fast you go in the angles and stuff. All my ball plays, y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyways, we got women's basketball _fan with another comment saying a better help defense. Perimeter defense could improve a lot, but post help defense was lacking last year, and that will help a ton. So I agree with this, okay? And I said I love this, especially for Natasha. She may just lead the league in block shots. I'm gonna just be honest. I think Natasha Howard may just lead the league in block shots just off being a secondary defender to Aaliyah. I'm talking about Aaliyah Boston being a primary defender, let's say against a Jonquel Jones. Y'all know I love using Jonquel, maybe because she's the defending champ. But let's say Jonquel is in the post with Aaliyah. You got, or Brittany Griner, whoever you want to use, a big man, a big woman, trying to post Aaliyah down. Let's say they hit a little spin. Aaliyah gets a contest, and they switch it around Aaliyah's hand. Now, when they switch it around, you got Natasha Howard, the former defense player of the year, right there to meet it at the apex and swat it to the stands. Like, it's literally no flaws in our defense. If Stephanie White and the coaching staff utilize our pieces correctly, we like to be realistic over here, but genuinely speaking, this is the most possible chance we have to go undefeated. Like, I just gotta say it. I know we're not gonna go undefeated, but like night in and night out, we can literally win every game. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Like, if we do our job and we come to play every night, we won't lose no games. Like last year, it would be, oh, maybe they got it. Maybe we might come to play. Will Nalissa Smith bring it today? You know, will she play defense today? Can she shoot today? Will she make a free throw today? Like, we just didn't know what was going to happen any game last year. This year, if somebody doesn't have it, guess what? We got a replacement for them. Like, you know, if you don't got it, just go to the bench. Like, we got more pieces this year. That's basically all I'm saying. Like, I'm not going to be delusional and say we're going to be undefeated, but I just want to say it's very much a possibility that we go undefeated or close to undefeated. Like, we might not lose more than 5 games. I know we're not losing 10 games for sure, though. For sure, we're not losing. If we lose more than 10 games, something had to go incredibly wrong injuries-wise. The coaching has to be horrendous, and I don't see any of that happening considering we ain't deal with no injury problems with our big 3, honestly. Anyways, let's move on from that way. We got more replies on that. Super excited about the added wingspan. You see, yeah, we're going to even bother passing lanes. So not only does this apply to shot blocking, this applies to passing lane. Natasha Howard is going to play them lanes. You seen Caitlin Clark play them lanes. She got a 4-minute highlight reel I just seen on X yesterday. Somebody posted it when somebody said Caitlin Clark led. Fun fact, Caitlin Clark led the rookies in steals and block shots last year. And I was like, oh my goodness. Caitlin Clark just keeps breaking records. You know, like, I'm genuinely not surprised when it comes to her breaking records no more. Anyways, we got Drunk Canuck. We see Drunk Canuck here in the comments pretty often. He says, well, he or she, I don't know what you are, Drunk. You know, I don't want to put a gender on you. Points differential. They are better offensively and defensively, so their margins of victory should be much larger and margins of loss smaller. So I'm going to just be honest, Drunk. I 100% agree with this. As you can see, I said one of my favorite takes. I didn't think about that at all. Last year, our offensive was so good, but our defensive was so bad, so it didn't really, you couldn't really tell the whole story just by looking at it. Like, if you seen how many points we scored without looking at how many points the other team put up, I'm pretty sure you would say the Fever won almost all their games, right? Besides the games early in the season when they were scoring like 79 and 80 and stuff. But that's basically what I'm saying. We're going to be so good offensively. We're going to be so good defensively that okay, last year we were good offensively, but our defense was so trash that teams would trump what we're doing offensively and we would lose those games. Now, what Drunk is referring to, we're going to be better offensively. So now how good we were last year, we're even better there. And now how bad we were defensively, we're even better there. So now the gap is increasing by a wide margin. So I like this take about point differential. We got Rosalina Lee with a 1 hour comment. Rosie, you was just about to, you just slipped into the Fever Friday. You know what I'm saying? Rosie said, a Caitlin Clark lefty, more assists caught. I like that one, which we spoke to. Defense is the most obvious, and the bench being able to carry a few minutes without falling apart. How do you guys feel about this take? This is so crazy. Like, this is how you know our season was so bad. Because you got people saying the bench being able to carry a few minutes without falling apart. Like, just a couple of minutes. Just let Caitlin Clark breathe. At least let her finish drinking some of her water before the scoreboard completely flips on us. Like, that's basically all she's saying. And it's so bad that, like, I mean, our season was so bad that this is literally what we would settle for. We would settle for just a few minutes of our bench just sustaining what Kaylin and Kelsey and Aaliyah have been doing and Lexi, you know? Anyways, I don't think we deal with that problem as well this year. It's just so much improvement this year, which is why I'm so eager for the season to start. Think about it every day, I promise you. Anyways, we got C. That's just the name C. C22, I guess. Says, not really expect but hope. Better vision for Kelsey. Plenty of scorers to get better shots if she gets in trouble. Solid defense from Caitlin. A lessened offensive load combined with vets to communicate, plus Steph. And then 2 more extra points. Less traveling for Aaliyah and Lexi layups. Okay. I commented, I replied to that comment and said, Aaliyah with that little hop travel before pass/dribble was elementary. I agree. And I think Kelsey Mitchell has the vision but played hero ball because of size benching her early in the season. If y'all wasn't there, Kelsey Mitchell was not really passing as much. She was playing hero ball. She was trying to get her buckets. It looked like she didn't really care about team basketball. She just felt disrespected. Look, in hindsight, I'm looking at it, looking at the story, looking at what happened early in the season, because I told you I got on the train around June and the season started around May. So that's about, yeah, basically I get what I'm trying to say, right? I missed like a month of FIFA basketball. So in that time, Kelsey Mitchell was on the bench. Erica Wheeler replaced was Carson, like, she was a backup to Erica Wheeler, which is crazy to say. Like, I'm gonna say it again. Kelsey Mitchell was a backup to Erica Wheeler. Like, this is the Christy Sides effect that people is underestimating. Stephanie White is going to turn this team around single-handedly. Like, I'm talking about, even if nobody was doing all these additions and working out, if you replace Christy Sides with Stephanie White with the roster last year, we win at least 10 more games. A lot of those losses we took were late games losses, just bad in-game adjustments. Like, yeah, I get what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying there's so much positivity to look forward to this year, because we know how good we looked last year in spite of size. Anyways, moving on. We got Jar Jar Binks talking about Aaliyah Boston getting in shape. And I replied, she looks in shape to me physically. Slimmed down slightly, and I hope we're not judging her stamina by Unrivaled. Because I see a couple comments talking about Aaliyah Boston, how she looking Unrivaled. I hope we're not judging her by Unrivaled, because that would be a terrible take. There's a lot of people that look terrible in Unrivaled, but is dominated in the WNBA. So, Unrivaled is a whole completely different league. It's 3v3 for one, and we better not be talking about the 1v1. That's even worse. 3v3 and 5v5 is completely different. You can manipulate defenses easier. And 3v3, like, there's nobody waiting down low. Like, if you on an island, you're on an island. It's literally nothing you could do in the 3v3. There's no help side. Like, it's literally no weak. Every side is a weak side in the 3v3. So it's completely different, especially when you're wired as a professional to play basketball in a 5v5 realm. You're not going to look dominated. You're not going to look like you're dominated in the 3v3 league. That's good. 3v3s and 1v1s is good for like guards and stuff, like ISOs, or strictly post-scoring centers, which Aaliyah Boston is not in one box. She's not one-dimensional, which I love about her, Miss Bow Bow. Bow. She's not one-dimensional. She can score on a lot of levels. But yeah, I hope we're not judging her by Unrivaled. We got Jen Adamo. Not starting off slow, playoff experience. And yes, we indeed have playoff experience now. And I don't think there's anything about our season will be slow. Like, nothing about this season this year will be slow. Y'all see, we got the starting 5 depth lineup. Everybody can run. Minimum 10 more wins. Jay, I got good news for you. I think we have at least 15 to 20 more wins this year, guaranteed. I think we crack 35 to 40 easily. We play 44 games. We don't lose more than 10 games. So 35 wins is definitely a lock in my book, all right? We got Melis. I hope I'm not saying your name wrong. W basketball fan says, let's miss bunnies. I agree. Landing fouls called. I agree. Coach having strategic playmaking, and I agree, and I don't doubt either one of these will not improve. These 3 will definitely be improved, hopefully with the refs. I hope the refs get improved, because like the unprofessionalism I saw last year was just like, it left me speechless. Let's miss layup from That's Easy. I agree with that. Beloved said, Aaliyah, stop all that dribbling and toughen up. Set real screens, box out. Set real screens. Yeah, do y'all remember Hold the Screens? Oh, almost every film video, I was like, Aaliyah, hold the screen. Do y'all remember how many times we went over Aaliyah Boston to hold the screens? Like, that's something that I couldn't emphasize enough. But I know Stephanie White's going to get creative with the pick and rolls, the ghost screens. I cannot wait. It was just so versatile. We got starting power forward is on the court at the end of games. I mean, I hope so. Because I hope so. We're not even going to go down that rabbit hole, but I just hope so, Same defense, yeah, defense. Everybody's saying defense, better playmaking, better play calling. People actually catch a fast break pass. Like, this how you know we all connected on one. Better defense. Like, literally, look at everybody's comment. Better defense, better defense. I got some replies on this one. My boy Ken Swift. I didn't see this. When teams are abandoning the rebound, they need to just let Kaylin take them and the rest of the team run. List wasn't feeling that last year. They work best when Kaylin Clark pulls it down and everyone else is off to try races. Okay, when teams are abandoning the rebound, they need to just let Kaylin take them and the rest of the team run. Oh, so when the opposite team abandons the rebound, I'm assuming is what you're saying, Ken. So you're not saying when we abandon the rebound, because I would assume we stay and crash the glass and secure the possession, and then y'all run out. So he's basically talking about the other team, and I like this take. Box out, but if you see your team is not around and the ball is bouncing Caitlin Clark's way, once you see it, the ball is in her area and she's about to secure it and it looks good, get to running. Turn into a gazelle. Turn the jets on. Just be under the rim. She's throwing it once you catch it. Her vision is insane. Boxing out and rebounding. I've seen many times Aaliyah Boston and Kayla Clark fighting for rebounds. I agree. I said this in all caps. I've harped on this the whole offseason. Natasha Howard and Wnba Bonners helps with that. We got Drunk Canuck, another comment. Even our bench can transition well. Sophie and Lexi, obviously points of attack. But Colson and Turner can provide these, I'm assuming he said turnovers on defense. And then you got Damaris Dantas, who also has a good shot and inside presence. And I like that as well. Team has two full FB/T lineups. I thought it was about to say front court. Oh, front back? I don't know. It's great to be a FIFA fan. Also, screening, that wasn't really a thing last year. I mean, it was a thing. It was just too many ghost screens being set. I don't know why Christy Side had Aaliyah Boston setting ghost screens. Like, she wanted her to be Casper or something with the amount of ghost screens she was setting. We got Chancey saying, plus avoiding turnover. Yeah, y'all know C22 going to take care of the ball this year. She don't got sloppy Butterfinger teammates. I want fancy passes and plays, showboating, fast-paced play. And I want Kayla Clark at the helm. I mean, I'm going to be honest. Kayla Clark, she's going to showboat anyways. Like, it's just a part of her game, and it's not like she do it to like flex. She do it because that's how defensive player. Y'all remember on that one play when she was getting trapped on the block, like, which is around the rim, for those who don't know, literally the block around the baseline, and she got doubled, and she literally threw a behind the back pass to Aaliyah Boston for a layup. Like, Caitlin Clark just gets creative with the passing, and it's just amazing to see, you know. We got Clark Report talking about the 2025 NBA All-Star Game averaged 4.7 million viewers, 14% less than last year. You want to know how much the WNBA did last year? The WNBA All-Star Game averaged 3.4 million, 305% more than last year. So the NBA's viewership declined 14% than the prior year, right? And the WNBA increased 305% more than the prior year. It's only one person you can see in this picture. C22. Like, you know, like, it literally, Caitlin Clark isn't moving the needle. She is the needle. We've been saying this forever. She's not moving the needle. This girl is the needle. You cannot say she's moving this. No, she's the one that's moving, and you're on her. Like, okay, if this is Caitlin Clark and this is the WNBA, Caitlin Clark is not moving the WNBA. The WNBA is moving with Caitlin Clark. Like, if the minute that the car removes the package, you're stationary, and see the needle, Caitlin Clark keeps moving. Wherever she goes, we go. You know what I'm saying? So it's not she's moving the needle. No. She is the needle. So, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, what do we have here? Another stat. Caitlin Clark's influence in women's basketball is unreal. The overall WNBA average attendance saw a 48% increase from 2023 to 2024, the biggest attendance year in league history. Like, do I gotta spell it out? C22. The average attendance with WNBA games featuring Caitlin Clark was 15,591. The average attendance with WNBA games without Caitlin Clark is 7,645. So that's literally less than half of that's literally like around half the amount that she's getting when she's being featured. So it's half the viewers when she's not being featured. Now, home games. 17,036 people is the average attendance for Indiana Fever home games, and the average attendance, the rise from the previous season, is 319%. So, not only is there a 305% increase for the All-Star game than the prior year, but there's a 319% increase from the average attendance rise from the previous season. This girl is literally the needle. She's not moving the needle. She is the needle, okay? We got a little clip from Wnba Bonner right here. Let's watch this as well.
I'm just happy that I can still be a part of it. I'm happy that I'm still wanted, you know, in different organizations and have the free agency that I have. And I'm coming to probably one of the best fan bases in the world right now. So I'm pretty honored to do that.
Not one of the best fan base in the world. You heard? The best fan base in the world. She'll have that vocabulary fixed by May. Don't worry about it. Crazy Caitlin Clark fact of the day. She led the Big Ten in scoring in all 4 years. She led the Big Ten in assists all 4 years. The only D1 player, men or women, to lead their conference in both categories for 4 consecutive seasons. Do y'all remember when I said, y'all remember my other tweet when do we have to pull that tweet up? Let's just pull a tweet up. Just to pull this up, I said this on February 14th, 2025. This was about 7 days ago, right? Last week. I said, oh, and one more thing. Breaking Caitlin's college scoring records is cool and all, but she was also playmaking. There will be some that passes her in scoring. There will be some that passes her assists, but none will be doing both like she did. Also, shout out to Juju, she a real bucket. But like I was saying, there will be some that may pass Caitlin scoring one day, maybe some that pass her assists. But to do both, I don't think y'all understand how difficult that is. She's literally taking away points from her scoring to give opportunity for her teammates to score. So leading in assists alone is insane, right? But to be leading and scoring as well, like that is scoring is hard. To lead and scoring is hard. To lead and assist is hard. You're doing both like it's nothing. Like, yo, shout out to Caitlin Clark. That, like, she just make the impossible possible. That's why you see this girl's fan base though as crazy as it is. Now we got Caitlin Clark's shoe. Oh my goodness. Whoa. In hand, look. Caitlin Clark X Wnba Kobe 5 Proto Indiana Fever. She named it Indiana Fever, like the respect. She could have named it any. She could have named it the C22. She could have named it the Caitlin Clarks. She could have named it anything she wanted. She wanted to pay homage to her own team. This is the type of girl she is. She gets her blessings and spread it to others. Like, she's not selfish, you know. Obviously, the way she plays basketball is probably the way she carries herself in real life, which is another topic for another day. But let's look at these. These are not Caitlin Clark's official shoes, but these are like a prototype. So it's not hers. It's a Kobe shoe, but this is her Kobe shoe, you know. Look at this. Let me mute it before I get copyrighted. But oh my goodness, like, whew, that is so fire. Oh, if those release, I'm getting me a pair instantly. Those are my favorite 2 colors too as well, black and red, and baby blue, of course. But like, oof, those are so tough. Okay, we got y'all know we saying drama free. I'm starting to move on from drama. Like, I don't really like having drama on this channel. It don't really sit well, you know. But I do want to address this though. It says A'ja Wilson's quote, "Until you can do what I do on a nightly basis, you have nothing you can say to me that's gonna harm me." And then someone tweeted it, I'm guessing an A'ja fan said it, and in case anybody needs a refresher on what she does on a nightly basis. A'ja Wilson, 26 points, 11 rebounds, and 2 assists with 1 steal. Now I went and pulled up A'ja stats, and it turns out that A'ja Wilson is indeed averaging 26 points, but she's taking 19 shot attempts, okay? And she only has 2 assists. So not only is she not scoring 30 points when you're not passing the ball, you should at least be averaging 30 if you're gonna be in the MVP conversation, you know? Because like, that's crazy when you're not giving sharing the ball at all, right? Then I want to go look at Caitlin Clark's stats. 19 points off 26 shots. I'm like, wow. Then you look at Caitlin Clark's stats. 19 points off 14 shots. And some people be like, that's not that far of a difference as well, Venom. But guess what? She's averaging 19 points with how much assists? 8 assists. Let's say Caitlin Clark takes away some of these assists. Let's say she averaged 5 assists and put those into shots. That average is going up. Now let's say Caitlin Clark is taking at least 3 more shots. That's 6 more shots on the table for Caitlin Clark. Let's even say 5. Caitlin Clark averages 19, the same amount as A'ja. You think she's only going to average 26 like A'ja? No, this girl is very well going for 30, especially when she's shooting 3 balls, especially when we look at this season. Yeah, Caitlin Clark, if she definitely don't want to pass, she can go for 30, 40 any night. But that's not the kind of player she is. Caitlin Clark is a mature basketball player. But, you know, I don't take nothing away from A'ja. A'ja's definitely one of the best players in the league, but in my opinion, Caitlin Clark is the best player in the league statistically and just at like the eye test. Like, if you watch both players play, you will be like, oh no, that one is the best player, you know. But shout out to Caitlin Clark. You know, shout out to the Indiana Fever, shout out to the roster, shout out to the front office, shout out to you guys on this channel, shout out to the supporters. I love each and every one of you. Smash the like button, smash the sub button. I do have a busy day ahead of me, but I'm never gonna not squeeze in a Fever Friday for y'all, you know. I love y'all. I'm gonna see y'all in the next reaction. It's your boy Venom. Fever coming soon. Let's go. But right hand, left hand, best man, Def Jam, Fever and 4. Fever and 4.